What is up, y'all boys? It is Ride with G, back with another video, and today I am doing 10 things I hate about my M340i. So since y'all have seen the car last, I installed these black grills from the bronze. I'll insert a picture of what they look like. I didn't want to make a whole video on it because like there's a million videos on swapping the grills on these, so I was like, fuck it. But yeah, I'm gonna just get right into number one. And number one is, so this car right here is a 2020, which is the most sought after M340i because from factory you can tune it. The 21 pluses you have to send your ECU straight out to Finland for like $2,100, and they have to unlock it and send it back to you. But the 2020s, you don't have to do that, and it comes stock with the burbles. The 2021s plus, I believe, have less burbles. This is basically a this is going to be one of my issues. I won't explain it yet, but it's coming up in the video. But the 2020s, you can just tune them from factory. You don't got to do shit. So basically, I'll get into it. My number one issue. This car just came out of the shop because one day, probably a week after I owned it, I went to check my oil, measure my oil. No dipstick, by the way. Went to measure my oil in my car, and it stops at like 20%, and it backs out, and it says oil is fine. And like I do it again, like measure it, like goes 1 to 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, to 100. It stops at 20, backs out. Engine oil is fine. So I'm like, damn, I drive shit boxes all my life, bro. I'm straight not cool not knowing how much oil is in my car. So I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna get this bitch to the dealership. I'm reading online, they're like, oh, it could be your oil read module, whatever the part is called. So like I take it in, and then they call me back like probably a day later, and they're like, so it needs an oil pump. It's nothing major. They tell me about the plastic housing and how the first production year models of the Supra and the M340s had it. So they had my car for fucking 5 days, replaced the oil pump. Now it reads oil fine and it's all good because they fixed it 21 plus. But that is, if you get a 2020, that is an issue that you may run into. So if you are going to get a 2020 Supra or M340, I would suggest seeing if you can check the oil before you straight pull off the lot. Luckily, mine was warranted. It's still warranted, so it was fully covered, and it didn't take too long. But it's like a $3,000 repair if you do not have a warranty, whatever. So they got to drop the pan, change the pump, do whatever. So yeah, that's issue number one would be the oil pump. So number two, I'm gonna get into it. Y'all saw the tape on the gas cap earlier. Number two, all right, I get my car out of the shop from the oil pump thing. I'm like, thank God I get to drive my car. I'm so happy. Go to pump gas, right? And how this car works is there's no latch for the gas. If your car is unlocked, you push it and it'll open. If your car is locked, you push it, it won't open. So I go to the gas station and I unlock the car, make sure the car is fully unlocked, press it, my shit just won't open. Won't open to save my life. I try to walk away, lock it, come back, unlock it, press it. Like I try a million different things. Then I'm Googling and they're like, oh, well, if you got a BMW, then in the trunk, there's a manual release, right? And they're like, it's right here. Whatever. I'm looking all around, like this is for the middle trunk thing, the latch. But they're like, yeah, like whatever. So I fucking go in here, take my fucking fuse box, like my fuse box is right there. But basically I like spent 30 minutes trying to find a manual release for the thing, because I'm like, oh, my spring's probably like stuck in there, you know, it needs manual release. Like I don't know, I think it was 2020 they did away with the manual releases for the gas caps. So I had to drive my car to the dealer, and they had to stick some sort of balloon in here, pump it up as hard like till it gets like enough pressure, break the spring. So this is why it's taped, because they had to break it and whatever. So now they have to order like a actuator or a rod from, it's like Sydney or Germany, to fix it. So now I'm driving around with a fucking busted ass car, and I don't think this is specific to the M340, but it's just like stupid. Like, how much money did BMW save getting rid of a manual pull in the trunk to open your gas cap? Like, now it's a whole repair and a service, and it's just like dumb. So that's number two. Let's get into number three. Come on, y'all follow me. Y'all follow me. Get in the car. Get in the car. We gonna take a ride. Goddamn. So we in the cockpit. Damn, it's hot. I'm sure turn the AC on a little bit, goddamn. But me personally, I'm like driving. Sometimes I like to take like Snapchat videos like of the music on, like of like the burbles. Say I'm going down the road, I straight want to get like the burbles like out the window, but I still want to get like my music, just like the feel of the car, right? So this car, I don't know if it's all Apple CarPlay cars, because I straight never had one before. But when you go to take a Snapchat video on this car, like while you're driving and playing music, it does this shit called speech mode. And like, you basically, the only thing you will get in your Snapchat video is your voice. And the rest just sounds distorted as fuck. I'm gonna give you an example. So I'm driving, and now the car is in speech mode. It sounds completely distorted, and you can only hear me. You can't really hear the car probably. And the only thing I've found to fix it is just to completely disconnect CarPlay, disconnect Bluetooth, and like whatever. But then like you gotta like do it all back. It's like there should just be like a thing where it's like no speech mode. And maybe there is. I've only owned this car for like a month. But yeah, that's number 3. That's just annoying as fuck. Okay, number 3. Damn, that's another thing. That's an honorable mention, is auto fucking start stop, bro. It just did it. But if you're in comfort mode and you like are just stopping and stopping, it's gonna turn off. And that drive, again, coming from driving shit boxes, like that shit, I'm like, damn, my car just died. Damn, I gotta call somebody, like type shit. But my third issue with the car is the paddles. Okay, one, the feeling on them is so shitty. I gotta order some shit. Damn, that truck loud as fuck. I gotta order aftermarket paddles, because I just cannot do it with the feel. Like they just feel so bad, like so cheap, like just bad. I mean, they're solid. They don't make like creaky plastic noises, but also the paddles, let me show y'all. I'm gonna put it in Sport Plus. We're gonna put it in Sport Plus, right? Make sure nobody coming, so this is perfect. Say I'm doing a 20 roll on the street, right? I'm doing a 20 roll. I'm waiting for my guy to pull up. We going 20. All right, I'm waiting for him. It just shifted to second. It's probably in third, right? So like if I was doing a roll, he's right here. Like I want to be in first, but after a while the car will just fucking upshift. Like I'm waiting. Like I'm waiting for car's already back in drive. Like, and now I get on it and the car's gotta, I mean it's still quick as fuck, but like the car gotta like downshift and like do all the shit. And like the ZF 8-speed is quick as fuck, so like it's not the biggest thing, but I just wish it could hold like first and second gear. Honorable mention is this fucking chime, bro. I'm 2 minutes of fucking way, bro. Chill. But yeah, that's number 3. The paddles, the feel, and also it will not stay in the correct gear for not like long at all. Number 4 is over-the-air updates. So I'm not tuned yet, so this doesn't really apply to me yet, but there's a thing called over-the-air updates, and you gotta, it's basically like a software update for your car. It's supposed to fix like bugs with your tablet and like whatever, any bugs with your car. And that's like cool, right? If you just like wanted to own this car and drive it stock how it was. But if you're tuned, it's straight. If you get an over-the-air update, or you take your car in to get serviced and BMW updates your car, it straight will erase your tune and update your car to the newest software and stock tune. So if you paid $200 for 2020 or like $2,100 to get your DME unlocked, you straight will have to send that bitch out, get it unlocked, and retune it. So if you go to the dealer, I guess just tell them don't update your shit. But also, when I turn this bitch off, I'll show you. Turn it off. It's always there, bro. Remote update. I straight don't want to do that. And you can go here. I turned it off in my car. There's a way you can turn it off. You can Google it. But I hate that it just pops up always. Like, yo, would you like to update? Like, hell fucking no. I'm stuck. I still don't want to update. Like, fuck. Okay, number 5. I gotta pop the hood for this one, goddamn. So the B58, I think it's been out since like 2015 now, 2016. We know it's stupid reliable, whatever, but it still has issues. Number 5 is a fucking coolant cap. So I got a new one on here from FCP Euro, and it's mint. But when I got this car, mind you, second owner, 30K miles. My coolant cap, you can see right here, it was straight overflowing. I'll insert a picture of my old one, but basically the threads inside of here will get like, I don't know if they're not like threaded good or whatever, but you will straight have coolant overflow from like the side of your shit. And I've replaced mine from FCP Euro. It's like a $20 upgrade, but like I was straight losing, I was overflowing coolant. And if I didn't think or know the common issue that these cars have, I straight would have never, whatever. And at some point, if it keeps doing that, you straight will run out of coolant in your car. Luckily, I straight, as I keep saying, straight come from driving shit boxes. So like I keep an eye on my oil, my coolant, all that shit. But another thing, coolant loss, coolant cap. Luckily, I told my dealer to check it too when it was there. They pressure tested the system. I don't have any like leaks from my water pump or anything like that. But yeah, coolant cap. Number 6 is active grills. So right here, I don't know if you can see, in the grills is these flaps. So these flaps in here will straight open up when the car gets like operating temperature and it gets like hot enough to whatever. But my issue is not them doing that. I think it's cool as fuck. Like the BMW did active grills and like advanced cooling, whatever. But the thing is, they look so much fucking cooler when they're open. When they're shut, they just don't look as cool because there's these bars behind them. Well, you can't see because I got all my shit there. But there's straight like 2 bars here, right? And I want to wrap mine like orange to do the color, but you see like the bars and you see like the intercooler or like heat exchanger or whatever's like behind there, but it just looks so much cooler. I mean, it still looks good with it like shut, but like that's another thing. It's not really an issue. It's just like I wish they were always open. And I've heard people to like mod them so they're always open, but it will cause a check engine light, so I'm straight not gonna do that. But yeah, number 7 is, so it's super hard to come up with things that I have issues or like don't like about this car. But I'm gonna say number 7, something I don't like about this car is, it's not that I don't like about it, but it has these big ass M brakes, right? And they stop good as fuck. Like you straight can be doing 120, some traffic ahead of you hit fucking 60 miles an hour or whatever. Them bitches will stop in a second, bro. But the thing is, they cause so much fucking brake dust on your wheels, bro. Like I just cleaned these like not even probably 2-3 days ago, and they're already like dusted up, and you can't really tell because they're gray, but like they're dusted the fuck up. If I get a video of it clean before I post this, I'll straight show you. But yeah, that's number 7, is the brake dust that those fucking brakes produce. But I mean, it's just a side effect of straight having good brakes. So I know this is supposed to be 10 things I straight hate about my car, but I straight can't think of 3 more. So I guess it's gonna be 7 things I hate about my car, because this bitch is just, it's the GOAT, bro, to be honest. Like, I mean, I've had a few minor issues with it that are like shitty and like tedious, but like this car, like for the money, for the power, for the interior, for like ultimate luxury, ultimate speed, can make 500 wheel horsepower, 600 torque on a fucking downpipe, a tune E50 mix. Like, we're talking about $1,000 in mods, and it's basically a 4-door fucking Supra. Like, I love this car, and it's like a great car, and I wouldn't trade it for shit. But yeah, it's just a few inconveniences or gripes I have with the car. But overall, it's a great car, and I love it. And I'll probably do like a 10 things I love about it, because straight, there is so much in this car, so much tech, so much features, ambient lighting. Like, this bitch is a spaceship. I think that is about it for the list. I only came up with 7. Technically, the chime was one, but I mentioned that in one of the things. The chimes are annoying as fuck, and come for everything. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a seatbelt, a door open, an engine light, it's all the same fucking chime. And like sometimes I'll be at the gas station pumping gas, like with my door open, and I'll see like warning, like fault, and I'll be like, oh shit, and it'll be like doors open. I'll be like, alright. But yeah, that's my short list of stuff I don't like about the car. Thank y'all for watching. Like, subscribe for more content, and yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video.